and I'm the former owner of the big escort agency, New York Confidential. I'm pretty sure I'm here to talk about Elliot Spitzer, what a $5,000 an hour call girl is like, expensive escort agencies, and anything that Howard would like to talk about.
So you're going to give Howard some really good insight into this world, so to speak.
Absolutely. If anyone could give insight into this world, it would probably be me.
All right. Looking forward to it, Jason. Thanks.
This guy called us yesterday. His name is Jason Itzler. I said, hey, bring him in. He was busted by I guess he's still the governor, by Governor Elliot Spitzer for a prostitution ring. Jason Itzler spent 2.5 years in prison for running a call girl ring. Hey, Jason.
So you're saying Spitzer shouldn't go to jail?
Well, he's just here to gloat. He spent 2.5 years.
Look at him, Mr. Pimp Daddy with his fur coat.
Hey, Jason, how you doing?
Pleasure to meet you, Howard.
Nice to meet you. So, Jason, just give us a background. What was the name of your escort service?
It was New York Confidential.
New York Confidential. And how long were you running this thing?
Approximately 2 years.
2 years. How'd you get into that business? You seem like a nice sort of nebbishy guy. I don't understand how you get into something like that. How do you get the girls together? If a guy wants to go into this business?
You don't look like the typical pimp. I don't think you're beating women with your shoe.
No.
How do you get into something like this? Tell me.
I was checking out Craigslist a couple of years ago.
Right.
And you look at the men seeking women, women seeking men, the casual encounters. And I noticed all these girls asking for money. It seemed to be a new trend that it was okay to do the escorting thing.
Right.
And I thought, if there's a new trend, I'm going to jump in early and do very well at it.
How old a guy were you when you were doing this? You seem like a young guy.
I'm 41 now, thanks.
Right. But what were you doing up until then?
I was 34.
Were you doing a regular job?
I went to law school when I was younger, graduated. I'm an attorney. I started a phone sex business in Miami when I started law school.
It's weird. I mean, you were an attorney. I mean, you know the laws and stuff. It's you would think you'd
all of a sudden you thought asking for money for sex was okay?
I thought, you look at the Manhattan phone book and you see 2 inches of escort ads.
And you say, hey, there's a loophole. In other words, don't call it prostitution, call it escorting. And they're really the girls are being paid to escort the guy, not for sex.
Like for the date, not for the sex.
I thought at the time, if technically no one talked about sex and a transaction was done, you're paying for the woman's time and companionship, and everything would be okay.
Were you doing crappy at the law business? I mean, were you just like kind of not
tired of chasing the ambulances?
Yeah, I mean, what kind of law were you doing?
My dad, growing up, was an attorney,
Right.
so I never wanted to be an attorney. I didn't know what to do with my life after George Washington University, so I went to law school.
Right. So you're a smart guy.
Thanks. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I couldn't get into GW.
Some people would beg to differ
bar?
because of Rikers Island.
Did you pass the bar?
No, I never took the bar. I started a phone sex company my first semester of law school. My goal was, when I get out of law school and I have to support myself, have a big company. It worked out.
Can you make a lot of money in the phone sex business? That's a tough business, right? Because there's a lot of competition.
Yeah, I did great. I was grossing about $2 million a month, netting like maybe $150,000, $250,000 a month.
Wow.
It was awesome business.
Huge money. Phone sex. Like, did you have any gay sex lines or straight sex lines? Did you have it all?
No, I just specialize in regular vanilla.
Straight sex.
Well, not even sex. Kind of like lonely people and talking.
Wow. And you could you could net $250 a month.
A month.
Some months. Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So why did you want to branch out?
Wait a second. Why? Yeah. But first, why were you so successful at the phone sex business? I mean, what was your specialty there? I mean, why
Advertising?
you?
What did you do?
Yeah.
I came up with, I couldn't make money in the phone sex business when I started. Someone gave me $100,000. We became partners. And after 2 months, the phone never rang once. And I was down to the last $20,000. I got frustrated, probably smoked a joint or something, cleared my head, grabbed a magic marker and Penthouse magazine, Hustler magazine, all these magazines. I went through it and I circled every ad that maybe I would call because my phone never rang for 2 months.
Right.
So I'm thinking, well, what would get me to pick up the phone?
Right.
And I realized, maybe because I'm Jewish, I don't know, but every ad that said the word free, I circled.
Right.
So if I was led to believe I was getting something for nothing, I would pick up the phone, theoretically.
Right.
I put that into practice, and I grossed $400,000 immediately that month.
Right, because you give a little something for free, get people hooked in, and then they pay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Are you into phone sex? Do you enjoy it yourself?
I never made a phone sex call when I started the business. I was watching these late-night commercials. Remember years ago there were late-night talk line commercials?
Yeah, the party lines.
And they were $4.99 a minute or $5 a minute. And I said to myself, $5 a minute times 60 minutes is 300. What the heck do these girls get paid to do this? I bumped into a girl at a Solid Gold, one of the strip clubs down there. She said she did phone sex part-time. I said, well, what do they pay you? And she said $10 an hour. And I knew I had to get into that business because the difference between $10 and 300, there's a little room for error and still make a living.
You're not kidding. And so, tell me the truth about phone sex for a second. Isn't it true that when you call a chick on phone sex, sometimes it's a guy?
Well, no. I didn't think you were going to say that. They're almost always fat and ugly.
Right.
Because their fantasy is to be this beautiful girl that they are on the phone.
Right. Hot chicks don't really know how to give good phone sex. Fat chicks do.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, give it to me, and all that kind of stuff.
But they're never dudes.
But they're never dudes?
No. I mean, I can't
seen
vouch for
some
the whole
articles
country,
on
but mine were
Right.
never dudes.
You never use dudes.
I don't see any reason to use a guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's enough women who'll do
Now,
it.
how did you do all the auditions for the girls? You'd have to, check them out and see if they could do phone sex, right?
Yeah, what I would do is spin around in my office chair, not look at them, and say, where did you go to high school? What did you study? How old are you? So I could just hear the voice and not be influenced by what they actually look like.
Right. And then that's how it works. So if you're making that much money in phone sex, which is legal, why go to the call
Dark
girl
side.
thing? I guess it just was it greed? I mean, you said I could make more.
Life has its ups and downs. I made a lot of money with the phone sex from the age of 22 to 30. I was factoring my receivables in my business. I would gross a certain amount of money, and a bank would forward me my money quicker, and I paid ridiculous interest. Tried to get rid of this relationship at some point. Got in a fight with a person much wealthier than I, worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and I lost $20 million of net worth at the age of 30.
You lost $20 million. I'm not sure I understand why you lost all this money. I mean, if you're making the money, you put it in the bank.
I think he was living the high life, and he
I
was
see.
borrowing against what his future earnings would be.
You were living above your means. Is that fair to say?
Well, I was spending about $150,000 a month on lifestyle throughout my 20s.
What were you spending it on?
It was within my. I had an Aston Martin.
Right.
I had a couple homes. I never let anyone pick up the tab when I took people to dinner.
Right.
It adds
You
up.
were the man.
I was having a great time. Yeah.
Right, okay. All right. So you get into the call girl business. And what was the name of your business again?
New York Confidential.
New York Confidential. And you became like the biggest guy around, right?
Yeah.
So Spitzer, our governor, who now you're smiling now because he put you in prison for 2.5 years. He was the guy, right? It does
All
strike
you
me.
had to do was give him a couple of freebies.
Isn't it weird to you that our governor would go after a prostitution ring when he himself is into prostitutes? Like, you think he'd say to himself, look, I could look into a million things today. I'm not going to look into a
I
prostitution
don't even think that's a
ring."
crime.
Yeah. I mean, isn't it? What do you make of that the governor went after you?
I mean, I have a good sense of humor, so I think it's funny in a
Right.
way. I mean, this guy, it was such a ridiculously overzealous prosecutor, and basically, if you watch interviews of him over the years and his wife, he's basically talking about, I live up to a higher standard, so should you. So, I mean, he's a hypocrite. He's
Right.
a terrible
Of course,
hypocrite.
yes.
What he did is not terrible. Guys do it all the time. It's no big deal.
Right.
But the fact that he, with that attitude of his, did this is disgusting and bothers people. But it is hysterical. Eventually, people will laugh.
Why do
Did
you
you
think?
know anything about him using prostitutes? You didn't have. There was nothing in the industry.
Oh, believe me, if he
about
knew,
him?
he would have used it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. How did this guy keep it so quiet?
Yeah, how did the governor think he was going to keep this quiet? And explain to me how these transactions worked. He'd had to pay you guys. He'd have to pay a guy in cash, I guess, right, for his prostitute. Nobody's going to take
Also,
a check.
have you thought about who would charge the governor of New York? Like, don't you give that guy
do
freebies?
you think they knew he was the governor? They probably didn't know.
That's a good point. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't know, this is why the governor probably has to resign. If you had the governor as a client, you would give him freebies
Forever.
because then you have him by the balls, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you got him in your back pocket. Did you have high-profile, Johns?
I did, and I thought that nothing bad could happen to me because I was given these freebies left and right. But
Right.
Did you have like judges and who'd you have?
No,
Like what kind of clout did they have?
Had any politicians?
a little bit. I really had like wealthy people from across America and
Okay.
people with like maybe prestigious positions at foundations or this or that on top of being wealthy, self-made people.
Right. A lot of these prostitutes, I'm talking about the high-end prostitutes, the ones that get $1,000 an hour. Is that what you were basically charging, $1,000 an hour?
1 to 2,000 an hour with a 2 or 3 hour minimum.
Right. So these are girls earning big money. A lot of them are famous, aren't they? Some of them have appeared on television. Some of them are high-priced models. Is that true?
I think they'd like you to believe that. Maybe occasionally they're high-priced models. For the most part, no.
No,
But they're just pretty girls.
The only famous ones would be the porn stars,
Right.
That used to work for these porn star agencies.
And the chicks are super hot, right?
Oh, I mean, for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 an hour, she better be, or you're not going to come back.
Right. So they're 10s.
They're
And where
awesome.
do you find the girls?
Yeah. How do you get a 10 to come work for you? I mean, how do you spot them? How do you get?
Well, first of all, you don't have a. They don't come after you. Like
Right.
a 10 doesn't say I want to be a hooker or an escort or
Right.
or something like that.
Right.
You've got to somehow meet the girl, casually talk to her about it, and I mean, it doesn't sound so nice, but try it once, see if you like it. You know.
Right. Go on a date with this guy.
Yeah.
See how things go. If you feel like having sex with him, have it with him, and that kind of thing, right?
So do you send them out with a trusted client, or do you who do you send them with?
The guys that can afford $2,000 an hour with a 2 hour minimum, girls really like guys like this. They're generous. They're movers and shakers.
Right.
Generally, I don't know. All my clients were fairly good looking and cool. Maybe that's one of the attributes that helps you become successful. I don't know.
Right. So they were attracted to the powerful guys.
They
So-
all made comments that the guys that they were seeing through New York Confidential were a lot hotter than the guys they were hooking up with on their own.
Right. So you begin to develop a business. How many women did you have working for you?
At the end, when I got in trouble, I think I had about 120.
Wow. And with the 120 women, you're
What is
making
the general
now
schedule?
You're making a fortune, right? Like you went from making 250,000 net and 250,000 a month. What were you making at your best year at this?
Well, it wasn't
2
anything
years.
like the phone sex money. That was much better.
Really?
Oh God, yeah. And I didn't have to work. The phone sex business, I signed paychecks for 5 hours a week. I didn't even have to show up. It
Wow.
was like a vending machine.
So this was a worse job.
Well, no, this was fun. It was pretty cool.
Did you bang the girls personally? Did you have sex with a lot of them?
Well, I never asked a single girl at New York Confidential to sleep with me, so I only slept with about half of them.
No kidding.
You know, if you're cool, they eventually they're going to attack you.
No shit.
You know that.
Well, because you're kind of the pimp.
Yeah. Well,
Oh man! And when a
And
girl
what
is
was their
good to
schedule
you,
like? Because I think that women would like to know if this is really a good industry to get into.
yeah, because Beth told me, boy, I've been doing the wrong industry for a lot of years. When she read $5,000, she goes,
What's the
man,
schedule?"
I could have been an earner. I said, well, yeah, I might put you out on the street. So a girl, how many times a day does she bang a guy? Like once, twice, three? What's
no,
the...
these are really nice, classy girls, and I think I treated them beautifully. You know, considering what I was doing for a living. 1 or 2 appointments a day at the most, maybe 2 or 3 days a week working.
Wow.
No kidding.
That's a nice schedule.
Yeah.
What do you think, Robin?
I might go into this.
What could Robin earn? Let's be honest. Can she
Robin?
she got the big titties. She knows
No,
how-
don't sell them.
I think we could do something on eBay with Robin.
And she's famous.
Pulling millions, maybe do a charity thing. I don't know.
So you get into the business. It's paying well. Why do you think you were targeted? Was it that you were too successful?
I had lawyers that filled me with a false sense of confidence.
Right.
One of them, may he rest in peace, was a dear friend of mine, and really filled me with confidence that I was going to be fine, and I could almost be a flamboyant kind of show off. to
So
build
you went too
business.
high profile. Is that what it is?
Way too high profile. I did these titanium business cards that they say ended up on Bloomberg's desk. I don't know if that's true. And I did half-page, really loud ads in the back of New York Magazine.
Waving a flag, come
yeah,
get
Yeah,
me.
yeah. You
In
stuck out
retrospect-
like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Did anyone warn you and say, listen, I think they're looking at you?
I started shooting a reality show about New York Confidential for VH1. And at that point, I think everyone was like, what the hell is Jason doing?
Right.
You know?
Because didn't you call yourself the king of all pimps?
Yeah, I think I did joking around. I didn't really
Right.
want to be known as that.
Right. But anyway, so when did you first learn that Governor Spitzer was looking into you? Like, you probably weren't even
He was
aware
the
of
attorney
Elliot.
general at the time,
Yeah,
right?
you probably weren't that aware of Elliot Spitzer, right? Until he started going after you.
Well, how could you not be aware of Elliot Spitzer in
Right,
New York?
right.
No, I mean, it came from left field. I didn't know they were investigating me, or I didn't know any of this was going to happen.
What do they do? They knock on your door one day and say, hey, we're investigating you?
Well, New York Confidential was all wired up with cameras that you could monitor the business from any PC anywhere.
Right.
So they broke in with probably like 30 officers, raided the place. I wasn't there, though. I was somewhere else. One of my employees saw it on TV, called me up and said, "You don't want to go to work today."
When you got word, did you shit your pants?
I probably, I mean, it's a couple of years ago now, but yeah, maybe.
And when you get word that, hey, they're, what do? They say, hey, you got to show up because we're going to arrest you?
Well, I was, after they raided my place, my attorneys told me to lay low for a little while, so I hid in a nice suite in the Gansevoort Hotel for about a week.
Okay. And then did you say to yourself, did you have a moment, like an epiphany, and go, you know what, I'm not in this business anymore. God, if you let me out of this, I'm leaving the business. Did you say that?
Did
you
make
a vow? Did you pray?
I went to check out of the hotel, and when they were giving me back the credit card, two big Irish officers picked me up off the ground and carried me away, and that was the end of my freedom.
That was it?
Yeah.
You never saw the light of day for 2.5 years after that?
Right.
And how long after the two Irish officers pick you up do you go to trial and then you are convicted? How long does that take?
Well, I never went to trial. I took a plea bargain eventually.
Oh, you did? Okay.
But it took 2 years to take a plea bargain.
Wow. 2 years you were in jail for just to get the plea bargain going. And then those 2 years count as part of your sentence?
They ended up giving me 1.5 years as a punishment.
Yes.
But I didn't really get the paperwork signed until it was 2.5 years into it.
Oh, wow. So
you
got
did
out.
more time than you got sentenced.
I guess they owe me a year.
No shit.
But
Now,
they don't look at it that way.
You should commit a crime that only has a year. And,
Right. Yeah, you're owed some time.
credit.
I want to find out what prison's like for you because you seem like a kind of mild-mannered dude, and I can't imagine how you survived in there. But the fact of the matter is you were so successful at pimping out these broads. One of the reasons I heard was because whenever you look at these ads in the paper, Robin, for these escorts, they always have a picture of a beautiful girl.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, that's like a lingerie model or something.
Yeah, that's not a girl working
Yeah.
for the agency.
You vowed to your clients that whenever you put an ad in the paper, it was in the actual girls that you might be getting, right?
Absolutely. And also, I was delivering the ultimate girlfriend experience, GFE. You're familiar with that?
No.
yeah, I told you about that. You can have,
Right.
like in Vegas, you can get she's like your girlfriend for the weekend.
Yeah, because Artie goes to hookers all the time, and he said that...
In Vegas.
Yes, only in Vegas.
Like that means
Yeah. In Vegas.
Of course it does. I mean, I'm not out of control.
But you say...
Spitzer.
What did you pay for the weekend to have a girlfriend? Like, this girl hung out with him the whole weekend.
and acted like a girlfriend.
It was
She
like-
was his girlfriend.
Yeah, we came to dinner and she spoke when spoken to, like broads used to be. That cost me $3,000.
$3,000.
Yeah.
That's pretty cheap, right? For a whole weekend?
$3,000 for how many hours?
Well, she was with me the whole weekend. She slept in my room, and Friday and Saturday, and I left Sunday.
Was she a quality girl or?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she wasn't a 10, but she was like
Was she 7?
A hard 7?
like a sexy, something sexy about her. I was attracted to her,
Okay.
But I know what you're saying. She wasn't a 10, no.
Yeah, you're saying a 10 for the weekend. What
How
was,
much does that cost?
So you were selling the ultimate girlfriend experience, as you call it.
I should tell you what that is.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's kissing, hugging, love, affection. Like the girl is totally acting like she's head over heels with you and you're her boyfriend.
Oh,
And
did
that's
you
really-
get that, Artie?
Oh, yeah.
It's a much nicer experience than with the girl who says, "Don't kiss me," or gives a guy a stiff arm or
Right.
whatnot. It's like
Yeah, much
kind of the
nicer.
opposite of that.
Did the women ever sit you down and say, look, just between us, because, and by the way, we're talking to Jason Itzler, and he has a matchmaking website, which I'll talk to him about.
Another kind of...
It's called DNAdiamonds.com. And I'll get to DNAdiamonds.com.
Like
in a
Millionaire Matchmaker, not the old stuff.
But Jason, did the girls ever sit down and say, I just did Ultimate Girlfriend. I was with a guy I couldn't stand. I had to kiss him and his breath stunk and he was just fucking gross. How do they get through that? I mean, do you ever coach them and say, listen, this is how you do it?
Think of the money.
I told them, I said, if you show up and the guy's really fat or smells or he's weird, come up with a lame excuse and I'll back you up and get the hell out of there. Don't take his money.
Okay.
And if you're in the middle of it and something happens, like you're just grossed out once again or whatever you just said,
Right.
give them the damn money back and get the hell out of there.
Right.
No girl ever denied a client the whole time, and no girl ever walked out. When it's like $2,000 an hour, 2-hour minimum, and if you keep the guy each hour, it's ticking at $2,000.
Right.
I don't know. The girls really, I guess
get
the money
into it.
really gets them hyped up.
None of them ever came to you crying and saying, oh my God.
I can't do this.
I can't do this. I can't fuck these guys anymore.
Thank God, no. And thank God no one's parents ever came to me and said, my daughter works for you. How do
Right.
you feel about yourself? I never had to face that.
Now,
You know.
did you ever have to deal with mafiosa types, like where they came, like you started to get very, very successful with this? Did anybody in the mob ever come to you and say, listen, pal, you're pimping, this is used to be our thing?
Yeah, One day I got a scary phone call from a guy from the Cavalcanti crime family out of New Jersey.
Whatever that is.
We never heard of
That's
that.
who the Sopranos are based on.
Yeah,
by the
exactly.
way.
Yeah, based on the Sopranos.
That's my neighborhood.
Other Italians that I was just friends with growing up and stuff, talked to them, and everyone left me alone. Maybe I got lucky. I don't know.
I see. So you were sort of blessed in that sense that no one really hassled you.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in like Fort Lee, Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey, and
So you knew some people.
Yeah, I think it neutralized. And
I see. And you would say to the girls as they would go out there, your mantra, so to speak. You'd say, "Girls, here's your mantra. You're seeing this guy for the ultimate girlfriend experience. Pretend you're a girl, you haven't seen your boyfriend in 15 months, and you're in love with him. And just repeat that to yourself over and over and over again." Is that right?
You and I should have done New York Confidential together. We would have done great.
It's sort of like an acting assignment.
I'd be some pimp. So was that the mantra? Is that how you worked it?
I think it was a little smoother. It was, this is my boyfriend of 2 years, and I haven't seen him in 3 months. This is
Okay.
my boyfriend of 2 years, and I haven't seen him in 3 months. The focus was, though, this guy's paying silly, crazy money for you. Give him the best sexual experience of his life.
Are you married now?
I'm not.
Have you ever been?
I've been married 1.5 times. I've been engaged like 9 times.
1.5 times you've been married.
Like an annulment.
Oh, I see.
And why did somebody annul you?
Cats like you. Jail tough?
Jail's really tough because it's incredibly boring, and you know, some people would rather be dead than bored. And the food is atrocious. It's certainly an intentional punishment that they do to people. The food,
Right.
It's so bad.
Did you spend time in a county jail? Or did you go to a prison?
You were in Rikers, right?
Yeah, Rikers, which is really bad and disgusting. I don't know if you guys know or not, but jail is so much worse than prison. Prison is much nicer and
So
more,
that's the upgrade, going to prison.
yeah, but you're in prison for years though. So
Were you in prison with like other sort of like blue collar type, what do they call, white collar type crime, or were you with hardcore prisoners?
I was the only Jewish attorney on Rikers Island.
Yeah.
I was one of like 8 Jewish people and one of like 37 white guys.
Did you ever get
it's all
raped?
Crips and Bloods and Latin Kings.
And no one beat you up the whole time there?
They loved the reason I was in there, thank God. You know,
I
like they
see.
used to grab me all the time and be like, you know what we'd do to you if you weren't the king of all pimps? You know how we'd take your stuff and beat you up?
Oh,
and,
really? So nobody raped you, nobody beat you up, nobody fleeced you for money, nobody shook you down?
No, nothing at all. I was lucky. It is a little rough there.
Oh, I bet it is. I am sure I couldn't survive a day in there. That's pretty amazing. So when you were being the king of all pimps, you fell in love with one of the escorts, right? You fell in love with the top earner, Natalia. Natalia. Okay, you fell in love with her. How'd you let that happen?
It wasn't like a typical romance. It was kind of like we were great friends, and a lot of the clients back then used to want the owner of the escort agency's girlfriend.
Right.
So it wasn't even like the most real relationship.
Right.
She was working all the time.
Once you get
hardly saw her.
busted, did these girls all go away? Did any of them stay
Yeah,
in
did
touch?
you hear from Natalia?
Yeah, I mean, Natalia's very sweet and kept
Yeah,
in touch.
she did.
A lot of the girls sent me letters at the beginning, and then, as the years tick away.
Did any of them go to jail, or was it just you?
Just me. The captain went down with the ship.
Captain went down with the ship. You didn't give up any of the girls.
Now, were these girls, like, some of them had regular jobs that they went to when they weren't escorting? Like,
Yeah,
or
of
were they
course.
moms? Were there, like, women really leading double lives?
A typical girl would be like a Columbia graduate student, and she chooses, New York Confidential to make her extra money.
Uh-huh.
So when Spitzer takes you down, does he show up in court to take you down, or does he show up at any of the meetings where you have a plea? He's not court, but plea bargaining type sessions, or he has someone else do that?
No, other people were doing it.
Right, so you never heard directly from him.
No.
But he was the guy who...
He was in charge.
He was in charge of getting rid of prostitution, and you were chosen. Were you the only guy brought down in that whole investigation, or were there other people as well?
I think they took down about 7 people within 3 months, 7 big agencies within 3
Right.
months of me going down. I think I was the only one that really played with it and had fun and
Oh, that's
And
a lot
went
of
to
fun.
jail.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but I played with the fact that I went to jail and got a little well known.
I see. So what was the game plan? I mean, when you heard the news, where were you when you heard the news? I don't know what that noise is.
No, what
Do you?
is that?
I don't either. When you heard the news that the governor had been basically popped for prostitution, What went through your mind? I mean, what was your reaction, and where were you?
I was a little bit shocked, but at the same time, no one knows better than me that the most powerful, wealthiest people in the world in America, they're horny people, and they like getting their hands on an exceptionally hot young girl and having fun, and no one knows about it. It's
Were you surprised that the governor, I read in the paper today that he perhaps wanted unsafe sex? He wanted blowjobs without a condom. Did a lot of the Johns want blowjobs without a condom?
definitely, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's not a.
But you didn't
unusual.
provide that.
No. Nor would the girls really usually give that.
Right.
If someone knew it's the governor, I would think some girls might make an exception.
For the governor, you do that. I mean, come on. I mean,
Oh, it's the governor?
Well, he's got a lot of pressure.
Or if someone could tip quite a bit of money.
Right.
You can actually pay people to doff that condom.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that every single guy paying this kind of money tries to do it without a condom, the regular sex.
They say the governor could be in real big trouble because the transaction occurred. It was a girl in New York being transported to Washington, D.C.
For sex.
Is that a big problem? I mean, you don't do that in the prostitution business?
I think, like, if they want to really build a big case against him, just soliciting a prostitute's not so big. But once
Right.
they start laying on money laundering,
I'm wondering if that's
traveling
the
between
headphones.
states.
I'm sorry, there's a weird noise. Does everyone hear that?
Hey, they told me that a lot of times that's when a cell phone rings. Jesse, do you have a cell phone in your pocket by any chance that's ringing?
I have the volume up, but I have an iPhone.
Let's see. Turn down your
That's
iPhone.
probably
Maybe
it.
that's it.
No.
That took care of it, I think.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. The hell knows.
Turn that thing off.
I'm definitely going to turn it
We're
on.
the only radio show that can't have a phone near our equipment.
Yeah, don't bring any new technology in here.
Yeah, maybe you want to tell the guests ahead of time. Let's see. Is that off now?
Yeah,
Turn it off. There you go.
We don't know that that's it, Howard. We're just taking a guess.
Yeah, we're taking a
People
guess.
have been in with phones before, but maybe his is a weird frequency.
I don't know. What's the frequency, Kenneth? All right. So you, I forget where I was.
Now, he said something that's interesting. I find, like, with these broads in Vegas, everything's a negotiation. Like, you get the idea that if you want to do something without a condom, if you want to do this, that,
Right.
the other thing.
You
if
bring
you
it
want
up
them-
and see what it costs.
I mean, they'll say, well, what are you going to do for me? It's sort of an unwritten rule. I mean, I don't know how much they tell the pimp what happens, but that's what I found.
Is it appropriate to tip the girl afterwards? They say the governor gave her $4,300, a $300 tip. Artie said you don't have to tip a hooker. Should one
What
tip a
is
hooker?
the decorum? Yeah.
certainly anyone paying that kind of money for a service that's fairly simple shouldn't have to pay any additional money.
Right.
But some guys feel like an idiot if they don't tip. So
Right, high
I'd say
rollers.
like 30 or 40% of people tip at that price level.
And how much are the girls getting of that $1,000 an hour?
They get 50%, half.
Okay.
I mean, isn't it amazing to you? How could somebody like the governor of New York State think that he's going to get away with this? I mean, it's almost insane, right?
And
It's
now
almost
they're
a death
saying
wish.
that they're going to start grilling his Secret Service people or his
Right.
state troopers to see what they knew and when they knew. I mean, this is going to be ugly.
Seems like a death wish in a way, right?
It's self-destructive behavior, right?
Right. Absolutely. How often does a
Jason
client?
is certainly aware of that.
Yeah. How often does a client fall in love with one?
Touché.
How often does a client fall in love? I'm talking about the Pretty Woman story, where he actually takes the woman out of prostitution and marries her, or
Right, that's interesting. It doesn't happen that often.
Right.
But it happens with the type of girl that you're like, oh my God, is she awesome? Anyone would want, to marry this girl.
Right.
When you get your hands on a girl like that, people are trying to marry that girl.
Has that happened in your business?
Yeah.
Guys took them out of
And
the
they
business.
married a
that was it?
prostitute.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think if you're doing a very good job, you should be losing girls every now and then to
Right.
people falling in love.
It's almost like a matchmaking service.
But now you look at them and
No.
you realize that your prostitute is like, a major socialite.
Should a guy? Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen a woman like rise up in social circles because she was a prostitute and she married the guy who was very wealthy, billionaire, and he made her into a society woman?
I mean, I think we suspect that happens all the time, but I think
Yeah.
they're pretty good and they keep it on the down low. So I haven't really heard
I
that
think I know
confirmed.
of. I actually think I know of someone who was a former prostitute and married a billionaire, and became a very, very sophisticated lady of society.
Wow.
I actually think I know of one, but
These girls
it's
are
not
learning.
Robin. Please stop with the jokes.
I'm not married to a billionaire.
Oh, you're not? Okay. So what a fascinating life story. I imagine now, in light of the governor, you are a in-demand kind of guest. Have you been interviewed by anybody? Are you ready to spill your guts with any new details and this kind of thing? What's going on in your life?
I like to think I'm a nice person, so if I do know of any old clients, I would never say their names.
I see. You're pretty good about that. You protect them. Do you have any muscle at all when you were in this business? Did you have to have guys who would maybe have to beat up John or something because they got rough with the girls? Nothing like that. Everyone
and in
behaved.
fact, at the high price level, you don't need someone to drive them or escort them.
Right.
It's those girls that are like $100 that you open your door, they're a train wreck, you close the door, and some big guy comes and says, you owe me the $60 ride fee or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a bachelor party chick.
Artie, when you get these high-priced chicks in Vegas, they don't have any sort of guy waiting outside.
They don't come with
the
a
door.
guy.
I've never seen one, no.
Yeah, all right. And why did you try to commit suicide when you were in prison? Did you see no hope? Why? What
remember,
was
I
that
told
about?
you earlier that I lost $20 million one day?
Yes.
It took a long time to make that $20 million. I didn't just lose $20 million. I was worth like -4 or -5 for a while.
Right. And when you're used to having that much money, all of a sudden it's very, very difficult.
Really hard. And my mom had passed away a year earlier, and I thought,
Did she know what you were up to?
yeah, she saw me making millions with the phone sex company. It wasn't like sex or anything. It was 900 lines, talk lines, audio text,
Right.
Romance lines, single lines, some sex lines.
It's funny,
I think she was proud of me.
Guy who made $20 million, you say to yourself, you know what? Keep my nose clean, live within my means, and I'll be set for life.
And you said the phone sex business was a lot easier.
Yeah.
And legal.
I don't know why I didn't just go back into the phone sex business. I kind of felt like I conquered that. Now I'm going to do something new.
Yeah.
You need action, right?
Yeah, probably a little
Yeah,
bit.
no.
you
What do you do
gambling?
now?
Well, my new business is DNA Diamonds.
DNAdiamonds.com. What is that?
It's going to be the ultimate matchmaking company in America for wealthy guys, of course, who are good looking and cool and fun and have a great vibe and beautiful
Guys like
women.
me, you mean?
Actually, yeah.
Could you be his first client?
He said great vibe.
Oh, great vibe. I don't have the great vibe, but I don't have the looks.
I want to be.
Other than that, I'm the perfect man.
I want to be the matchmaker for guys that would never think of going to a matchmaking service. They're too cool. They have their
Right.
shit too together.
Right.
But in reality, if I do a good enough job with the girls, I could save them a lot of time and efficiency. And
So what you're saying is, with your connections, you know super, super hot girls, not hookers,
No.
but super hot girls.
Right.
And you'll say to a wealthy guy, look, I'll get you super hot girls. They're interested in
I'll
wealthy
save
guys.
you time.
And
You
I'll
don't
save
have
you
to go
money.
on the prom.
I'll pre-interview them.
Right.
I'll find out by your criteria exactly who could be a perfect fit. You know I'm Jason Itzler, so you know she's going to be drop-dead gorgeous.
Can the guy be a little overweight? Let's say he weighs, I'm going to make up a number, 295. Let's say he's a little bit overweight. Is that okay?
How wealthy is he?
He's worth, let's put it this way, he can do a stand-up gig and get $75,000 a night. So you know he's got some dough. He's probably worth,
Sounds like a winner to me.
Sounds like a winner.
yeah.
All right, we can get
Wait,
him.
no, wait. First of all, you got to tell me in the commercial who you're talking about.
I will.
No, honestly, what let's get to, that sounds like an interesting business to me.
I mean, we think we have a customer for you.
Like, what do you
What
say?
does he have to
you
pay?
need to go out.
It would be.
What would I need to be worth?
What would he need to be
Let's
worth?
talk about
Take a look at him. Stand up and let him look you
Give
over.
me a number. Give me a net worth that I would.
Jason, look him over.
After a
He's
few
cool.
sit-ups.
Look at how cool he is.
He's cool. All right, he's put on a few pounds.
A lot
I'm
of
the first to
invitations to great openings.
Damn
admit. Yeah, I mean, the dude.
No, you know what? He's a little overweight. He's got great personality. He's cool, nice looking. It would be fine. I just don't want someone that's like a train wreck that I get terrible word of mouth from the girls of what the heck
Benji,
is what am I
stand up.
doing?
Let him look at you.
No, Benji has the money.
I just wanted him to see a train wreck.
Jason
I'll
giving
take
you the card.
Oh, look at that.
You're
That's
back in business,
a
Jason.
vintage New York
Oh, it
Confidential
is. This is the
card
ones that
from-
might have ended up on Bloomberg.
Oh,
Back in
that's
the
the
day.
titanium.
Yeah.
So this new business sounds interesting.
I think it'll be really fun. Like, hopefully, I'm the guy that's going to put together these superstars into amazing couples and make people ridiculously happy. I'm like a happiness junkie. I'm always in these happy, fun businesses.
You're Mr. Party.
All right.
I like to have. You know, he likes to have a good time. I like to have a good time. A lot of
He
people
doesn't have
like
a
to have a good time.
I don't
you know?
like to have
He
a good
does
time.
not like
No.
good
So
No.
when you heard the governor was going away, the man who put you in jail for being a pimp, you were happy, right?
You want to know the first thing I felt?
What?
I kind of almost liked him a little bit for the first time because it made him human. He was such a monster before, and now he's just like all of us.
Did you think at the time that he should have let you off the hook a little bit? I mean, like lightened up, like, oh, come on, I know I'm a pimp, but everybody uses hookers and all that kind of stuff. It should be
when
legal
I
anyway.
found out I was facing years for what I did, I was shocked. I had no idea.
Wow.
I thought slap on the wrist or something. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
bench warrant or something.
all right, well, there he is. His name is Jason Itzler. Jason was king of the pimps. The guy had the #1 escort service, the hottest chicks, high end. And our governor, when he was
Took him
attorney,
down.
took him down, and now he's here to go, hey, look at me. I'm out of jail, and maybe you're facing some time. You can check out Jason Itzler's matchmaking website at dnadiamonds.com.
You know, this may be another business that the governor needs from you
Yeah, I know, it's true.
after Stilda gets finished with him.
You think the governor
Is
will
it
go to jail?
just me, or she's kind of cute, his wife?
I think so.
Yeah,
yes.
definitely,
Yes, absolutely. Nice looking girl.
Yeah.
So, by the way, how much do you charge guys on DNA Diamonds to match them
Well,
up?
admittedly, because I'm new at it, I'm charging the bottom of the structure, which is $10,000, unlimited dating for a year. It's my responsibility to get you in an amazing relationship.
Artie.
Wow.
So wait, you get 10 grand, and then for a full year you start looking for dates for me, that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've done my research on my competitors. It should take 3 or 4 dates before the typical person is happy and in a relationship. So it's not like it sounds.
But you'll have 3 hot dates before then.
Well, or 20, whatever it takes till you're happy.
Wow.
Wow, and 10 grand covers a year.
Hey, you know, you got me thinking, could Elliot Spitzer's wife be a successful escort, or is she too old?
Oh my God, she would kick
Oh,
some butt. She would
wouldn't
be great
that
right now,
be
especially
great?
at the moment right now. I think she'd be a very, very
Everybody's
hot.
calling for his wife,
Can you
right?
imagine if she became what if we found out she was an escort? That would be even better.
Or if she becomes an
It would
escort
be,
after this. That would be great.
You know, there's certain actresses that you hear, and obviously I'm not going to say any names, but there's certain actresses that you hear like more than a few times that they were complete total whores before they, and I'm talking about big stars.
I know who you're talking about.
I mean, there's a few of them, you know,
Right.
and I mean, I guess it's true, you know. I don't know.
Well, that happens very often. All right, listen, Jason Itzler, thank you for coming in, telling us about your new business,
Fascinating.
DNA Diamonds, right, Robin? Fascinating, and a
fascinating.
little look into the world of the king of the escorts.
Well, yeah, this was the kind of guy that the governor would have been calling.
I
Do you-
like
do
this
you
guy
miss-
because I can relate to the fact that he's making all that money with phone sex, and it's like he's dying to have just fun. You know?
Do you
like,
miss
this was
the
more
business?
fun.
Do you miss the escort business?
It was ridiculously fun. I do. Of course.
No moral problems with it, sending the girls out, and you've worked that all out in your mind?
I mean, if someone says to me, would you let your daughter do it? I'd be like, no, you know, but I don't think about that. So it was the most fun I've ever had in my life. It was incredible.
And your dad was okay with your business plans?
My dad passed away while I was on Rikers Island, unfortunately, but he did see me do New York Confidential, and I really did it in such a classy, elegant way. I think that he actually was proud of
Was
me.
he a customer?
No, of course
All
not.
right. Well, not only is he my dad, but he's a customer.
Yeah.
All right.
That would have been a great commercial.
That sure would. Are you kidding?
Jason,
Yes.
you weren't kidding when you said you had some serious insight into the business. I mean,
Oh, is that right?
that was some crazy stuff.
Howard is what a nice guy he is. I thought he was going to be a little rough on me. He was awesome.
No, he was very interested in what you had to say. Definitely. Now that you've done some time, but now you've come out, you've done Howard now, and you've also got your own reality show. You're starting your new business. Do you regret ever getting into this in the first place?
Getting into New York Confidential. And
Right, because you did time.
I regret that I had to do 2.5 years on Rikers Island, like morally or whatever. I don't think I did anything that wrong.
Right.
I broke the law technically, but I didn't hurt anyone, or I'm okay with it. I can live with myself.
But the fact that you've gotten to where you are now, you're sort of back on your feet, but you had to go through all that. Would you, you mentioned you were a lawyer before that. Would you, get into the escort business again?
It's a question I couldn't honestly answer. I don't know, but I don't mind my position in life right now. I think DNA Diamonds, my new company, will do great, and I'm really excited and looking forward to kicking some butt.
Yeah, and getting Artie involved.
Absolutely.
Is he going to be the guy who just sets it off and gets it going?
Probably I'll send people out on free dates or whatnot, and everyone will be happy.
All right, but you mentioned he can be part of your clientele. He's not too portly or too.
He is pretty portly, but he has other attributes that in aggregate make him an okay guy for the new New York Confidential, DNA Diamonds, whatever I'm going to call it.
Right. You mentioned that he's cool and he's got a good personality. And
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you guys think so too.
absolutely. All right, man. Well, good luck to you.